Restraining your ego, especially when you're wrong and the other person is being very obnoxious, is definitely one of the hardest things that you'll ever have to do in your life. But it is a practice that you very much should try to master. And this is why. Your ego is so used to defending, so used to responding to feeling attacked, so used to always having to brace for the worst case scenario with all the panic and distractions and the nonstop movement in this world, that you get to a point where you argue with people for the sake of arguing, even when you should be holding yourself accountable. And what that really means is that you're not letting yourself grow. If you do that, you have to stop the knee jerk response to just argue with people, even when you know, like, you honestly look at yourself and say, hey, I overreacted. I shouldn't have yelled like that. I was tired, so I snapped. I was emotional. I was hormonal. I was moody. I was stressed. Whatever it is, that you can hold yourself accountable, that you can look in the mirror and say, you know what, I wasn't really right in that situation, and that you held yourself accountable regardless of what the other person is thinking, right? And it's hard when somebody's all in your face or going around talking bad about you and telling all everybody else what you done did, and you know that you were really wrong. Because you just want to defend, and if they triggered an old wound of yours, you just want to react. But the reality, the real truth of it all is that your spirit really, really, really just wants peace. Your spirit really, really, really just wants clarity. And we get so caught up in winning in this world. But what's really a win? What is perceived as a loss for most of the people in this world, in terms of ego, who's right, who's got the last word, who's perceived to have the upper hand, is really a loss in character. But when you choose to hold yourself accountable, when you choose to really look in the mirror and say, hey, I shouldn't have done that, and why did I do that, and what can I change different about myself moving forward, the real winner is your spirit and your character, because you're growing. It's much more impactful than winning a conversation that nobody really cares about at the end of the day. It might seem like a big deal in the moment just because people are coming at you, or you perceive people are coming at you, or you perceive people are questioning you. But you're not even stopping to ask, were they really questioning you, or were you really responding and reacting from your own triggers and your own insecurities? You won't know if your knee jerk is to keep arguing, even though your intuition is telling you, hey, you're probably tripping. And I feel like this has a cascading effect on the people that we choose to have around us as well. Because if I can show up and admit when I'm wrong and apologize and hold myself accountable and see myself clearly, be a witness to myself that I'm modeling to the people around me, including my children, including my community, that if I can hold myself in this way, then they can hold themselves in that way. And that is how I expect them to hold themselves. Because we all have ego. We all get lost sometimes. We all get distracted sometimes. We all get overwhelmed sometimes. And it's important that we give each other the grace, because we're not perfect, to be able to do that. And it's our hope that if enough of us become that way, in terms of the people that we have around us, we can create communities that center those kind of principles and priorities. And if not, then being able to choose different people and different places to work and communities that will respect that. I definitely value honesty, integrity, and someone being authentic with me and honest about a situation versus just being right for the sake of being right or the sake of winning. Like, I can't stand that stuff. I hope that this message is helpful. I hope that it resonates. Shalane Tukai. All praise to the Most High God. Love to the Mother. I hope that you're having a fantastic Monday. Peace.